Welcome back to the NTX Varsity Sports Network. I'm Trinity Boudreaux, and today we're going to sit down with Coach Watkins, Glen Rose football head coach, and see what he has to say about this upcoming season. So how's the off season and the summer been treating you?
It's been really good. We lost a big senior class, talented group, and this senior class that's coming in is really kind of taken over and taken the lead, and had a great summer, great off season. Just finished up summer workouts and really good turnout. They worked their tails off, and really excited to get started.
Mm-hmm. And so you played football at Tarleton and you coached at Stephenville while they won their state title. What drew you to Glen Rose after all that history and roots in Stephenville?
Been in this area for a long time because of Tarleton and Stephenville, and then Glen Rose was actually in our district in 2012 and played them, and just knew some guys that were here, and knew it was a great place to coach, and a great place for my family. And when the opportunity came around, it was something that I definitely wanted to look into, and decided something that I couldn't pass up, and probably the best decision I made, because it's been a great run here since we've been here.
Mm-hmm. And so Glen Rose has been a constant playoff contender throughout your whole time. How do you handle that pressure but also with keeping up the standard that Glen Rose football has built?
Kind of what we talked about a minute ago. We lost a really good group, but this senior class doesn't want to be the class that doesn't live up to the tradition of what's been set, and so they want to be the next great group of Glen Rose Tigers. And so I don't think there's just an expectation of we're next, and we're gonna go be what the last team was or better. And so I think it's just that's why they work so hard and compete so well together, because they know what the expectation and tradition is, and they just want to be the next great Glen Rose team. And so it's fun to see our kids work and grow up through the program, and be around it, and have the excitement that they have to be a Glen Rose Tiger.
Mm-hmm. And then, so you began at Glen Rose in 2016. Ever since then, y'all been district champions every year. So what do you think is the key to sustaining that level of success?
I think it's just hard work, day in, day out. It can't ever look at, what's been done. We talked about they want to be the next great group, but you can't think about the past. You got to just be, hey, it's my time, and so now it's our time to go to work and see what happens. And so it's just the daily battle of always getting better and never overlooking opponent, because in small districts you can't lose a game and be the district champ. And so it's every game matters, and we have a tough non-district every single year to get us ready for district play, and it's going to happen again this year, and hopefully we find out who we are by the end, and then take it one game at a time and go compete for another district championship.
Mm-hmm. And then, like you said, with those pre-district games like Alvarado, Grandview, what do you think is very helpful with you having difficult teams like that?
We like to play great teams that have great coaches and really do things the right way. Like you said, Grandview, we've played them going on 10 years since I've been here, and Coach Ebner and those guys do a great job. They're one of the top 3A schools in the state every year. And then picked up Alvarado, and Coach Walraven does a phenomenal job with those guys. They go to the quarterfinals last year in 4A D1, and then we still have Waco Robinson and Brownwood and Gatesville. And so we like to play those teams to find out who we are. We've got a young team coming up, and so we got new guys in new places, and we got to find out if we have them in the right place. And if we play teams that aren't up to that caliber, we may win but not know who we are. We're going to go into battle for 5 straight weeks and find out where we're at. Do we have the people in the right spot, and put them in the right spot to make our team successful? And so that's why we play those teams of that caliber, to be able, that way we're ready to go when district starts.
Hmm. And then, like you said, you have a young team, lost a lot of seniors. Instead of looking at it as a negative, what are some positives as to these positions opening up?
I'm excited about it, just because new guys and new spots, and it's fun to see these guys that were kind of role players last year. They're stepping into these huge roles this year, and they're excited because now they're the guy. They're not the role player anymore, and so it's fun to see those guys step up and do that. Some of them are going to be older guys, some are going to be younger guys, and so you can't ever. It was great to have those guys that we had, but I'm real excited about the guys we have now, and to see what they can do. And they we always have kids that step up, and I don't see anything different this year with this senior group.
Mm-hmm. And then, who are some newcomers that we should be thinking about?
We have a couple seniors that have been on the team for 3 years now, and then we have some young guys. We have quite a few sophomores are going to be up. Luke Mells and Judd Conley are going to be competing for the starting quarterback job. They both had a great spring and summer. Caden Mars is a guy that we talked about that's been kind of a role player that's going to step up and be a huge two-way player for us this year. Ryder Rubitsky's been a good player for us the last 2 years, and now he's going to be a big force for us on offense and defense. In our offensive line, our center, Chase Alexander, and left guard, Robert Anderson, Clark Anderson, and then our left tackle, Caden Gray. Those three guys have started 28 games together. And so it's fun to have some guys young, but to be able to lean on those guys up front with Chase and Clark and Caden Gray is going to be very helpful for us early on.
So, yeah, a lot of new guys. So what kind of identity do you think y'all are going to build this year?
And that's what we got to find out. I think this is going to be a tough team. I think it's going to be a resilient team that's not going to back down from anybody. And so I think that's our identity that we have to be. We're going to be a physical football team like we always are, but it's going to be a team that's going to fight to the end. And they're going to find different ways to win games. Not going to be overly talented, but they're going to be the team that when you get finished playing, you're going to know you played the Glen Rose Tigers because of the way these guys have worked.
And then what's your opinion on players playing both sides of the ball?
At our level, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
We try, and we do not play our offensive line and hopefully our defensive line both ways, because if we're going to win games late, we got to have our offensive line fresh and ready to go finish teams off and win games. So those guys aren't going to. Now, our skill guys, a lot of them are going to play both ways, and hopefully we have good backups where they can kind of help each other, where they're not just completely gassed at the end of the game. But to be successful at our level, our best players have to be on the field. So a lot of times our skill guys are going to be two-way players.
And then what do you think is going to be the key to this season for another playoff run and to go deep?
I think it's early on finding the right spot for the right people. But just because we have so many open spots, it's finding us as coaches getting our kids in the right position to be successful. And then once that happens, it's building the confidence and getting ready for district. And then once district gets here, it's, hey, we got to play our best every Friday night, and we have to take care of the football. And we got to do all the little things to win games. And if we can do that, we can take that momentum into the playoffs and then hopefully have a deep playoff run again.
And then what was a moment in your coaching career here where you truly felt the Glen Rose community was rallying behind y'all?
Man, it's been great since I've been here in 2016, but it's just been fun to see it grow. Now, our community's always been very supportive, but now you come to a game on Friday night and there's red everywhere. And, it's easy to remember a bunch of different moments, but probably one moment. The first year in 2022, we win the region. First time Glen Rose had ever done that. And we played Carthage in the state semifinals. And you walk into the Star, and our side was almost full. And I thought, my goodness, our community's always there, but that night they were everywhere, and they were loud, and it was great to see. And like I said, it's always been great, but ever since that game, it feels like our crowd is huge every night, and it's fun for our kids and fun for our community, and they definitely look forward to Friday nights.
And so goal setting is really important in sports, athletics. What are some Glen Rose Tiger 2025 specific goals that you'll have?
It's our goals kind of stay the same every year because our expectations stay the same. It's not number of wins or losses in non-district. Yeah, we'd love to win them all, but let's go compete. And I want to see us get better. We have these measurables, our goals, our goal board for every game that we want to see us getting better and meeting these goals more and more each week. By the time we get to the bye week, then the bye week, hey, okay, let's regroup, let's see where we're at. And then let's go one game at a time in district, and then our next goal is let's go win a district title. And find a way to do that, taking it one game at a time. And then once that happens, then you definitely have to take it 1 week at a time in playoffs because you play one bad game and you're done. But let's go find a way to regain the regional title. And we got a tough region again this year, but our goals don't change. And so and our kids know that. And that's the exciting time with this new team. And let's go see what we can do.
Then is there any more behind the scenes intel? You said earlier the quarterback battle. Are there any more position battles or anything?
There's a lot actually, because we have a lot back up front on the offensive line. We have Alexis Muro that's back on the defensive line. That was defensive newcomer of the year. We got Ryder Rabitsky that's back at linebacker. But then a bunch of skill positions are wide open. And that's another fun thing because kids got to go compete. It's not, hey, this guy, everybody's got a job. Let's go and be complacent. It's a competitive battle at almost every skill position. And so that's going to make us better as well. You know, they're going to go compete and the best guy's going to win. But it's going to be an open battle for 5 or 6 weeks, and let's see who can win those jobs. And so there's a lot of little battles. You know, everybody wants to concentrate on the quarterback battle, and that's the fun thing to talk about. You know, and that is, and whoever wins that job is going to be very successful. And so looking forward to see all these guys compete throughout 2-a-days.
Mm-hmm. And then, is there anything you want to add that the people should know about Glen Rose, the community, or the team?
Oh, you know, come to a Glen Rose game on a Friday night, and it's all about small town football. You know what I mean? The pep rally, and then just the school day all day long, and then there'll be people tailgating, and then you walk in pregame. There's already a ton of people in the stands. It's just it's a great 4A school, small school football atmosphere that the community fully supports and is behind, and you can see our facilities are great. It's just a great place to be, and if you haven't been to a Glen Rose football game, I encourage you to come out and watch.
Mm-hmm. Got to experience it for yourself.
That's right. That's
Perfect.
right.
Well, thank you for talking with us. It was really nice.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Coach Watkins, for sitting down and talking with us. He had a lot of awesome things to say about the Glen Rose Tigers, and I'm super excited for this upcoming season. Until next time, I'm Trinity Boudreaux with the NTX Varsity Sports Network.